France is on the brink of civil war. Riots are spraying across France over the shooting of a 17-year-old, well, yeah, well, I believe was a suburb of Paris. That is correct. And according to this BBC article published, this is just freshly made. There, and also according to what I've seen on Twitter, France is a mess. There are people in France who believe that the country is on the verge of civil war, and we'll see. This article is by Matteo Bello and Robert Plummer of BBC News. Thousands of extra security forces are facing a second night of unrest in France after a 17-year-old driver was shot and killed by police near Paris on Tuesday during a traffic check. So this is the video. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get a strike. So, the teenager named as Nahel M was shot at point blank range as he drove off and crashed soon afterwards. Paris police say that they contain sporadic episodes of fresh violence. In Toulouse, protesters started a fire and threw stones at firefighters as they tried to put it out. Demonstrators also clashed with police in the northern city of Lille. In the western towns of Rennes, about 300 people gathered to pay tribute to the teen, many of whom also lit fires and were dispersed by police to allow firefighters to put out the blaze, local media reports. French President Emmanuel Macron said the shooting of Nahel was unforgivable, but his comments drew angry reaction from police unions who accused him of rushing to judge the officer involved. The Alliance Police Union called for them to be presumed innocent until found guilty, while the rival unit SGP police also spoke of political interventions that encourage anti-cop hatred. So we've seen anti-cop hatred in the U.S., but we've also seemed like it's going on in France, according to this. That's just an observation of mine. Continuing, Interior Minister Cheryl Amen said he would be taking legal action against another group, France Police, after a published way called an unacceptable and object tweet seeking to justify the teenager's killing. I'm not going to get into whether or not I think it should have the teen should. It's a terrible thing, but you've got to determine that for yourself. You've got to watch it on your own time for yourself. I can't show it because it will violate YouTube's policy. Nahel's mother, Monia, speaking in a social media video, said they had taken away her baby and urged people to join a march in remembrance of her son. He was still a child. He needed his mother, she said. He kissed me goodbye that morning and said, "I love you, Mom." An hour later, I was told that someone shot my son. What shall I do? He was my life. He was everything to me. That's a normal reaction from a mother. The officer accused of killing him, who said he had fired because he felt his life was in danger, is in custody on charges of voluntary manslaughter. Nahel, who a neighbor says came from a French Algerian family, is the second person this year in France who have been killed in a police shooting during a traffic stop. Last year, a record of 13 people died this way. So this is something that does happen. This does happen, but the reaction from seems to be different. Apparently, rights groups have criticized an increased number of police shootings since a 2017 law change, which run the framework for when officers can use firearms. Citing official statistics, Le Monde newspaper reported that the annual number of shootings at moving vehicles has consistently been higher since the change. Speaking on BFM TV, campaigner Rokhaya Delia said more shots fired meant there's a higher risk of being a victim of police fire, especially for people of color. A Reuters tally found that the majority of victims of lethal police shootings during traffic stops in 2017 were Black or Arab. According to French media, police initially suggested the teen drove his car towards them with the intention of hurting them, but footage posted online and verified by the AFP news agency shows the officer pointing his weapon at the driver through his window and appearing to fire at point blank range as he tries to drive off. It's terrible, but we're going to need to see what else comes out. The agency also reports that a person in the video can be heard saying, "You're going to be shot in the head," but it's unclear who's going to be saying it. The other two who were in the car at the time of two others were in the car at the time of police shooting. Well, one fled while another, also a minor, was arrested and held by police. Nothing justifies the deaths of a young person, President Macron told reporters in Marseille, calling for justice to be done. I'd like to express the feelings of the entire nation at what has happened and the death of young Nahel, and to tell his family of our solidarity and the nation's affection. We have a teenager who has been killed. It's inexplicable, unforgivable, he said, adding that the case was immediately referred to the courts where he hoped justice would do its job quickly. The president's remarks were meant to calm a potentially inflamed atmosphere in Nanterre near the La Défense building district and other Paris suburbs where the killing of Nahel has triggered strong emotions. Authorities have opened 2 separate investigations following the teen's death. One into the possible killing by a public officer, and another into the driver's failure to stop his vehicle and the alleged attempt to kill a police officer. Paris Police Chief Laurent Nunez told French television station BFM TV that the policeman's action raised questions, though he suggests the officer may have felt threatened. The 17-year-old's family lawyer Yanase Borusu insisted that was an illegitimate defense, telling the same channel the video clearly showed a policeman killing a young man in cold blood. He added that the family had filed a complaint against the police for lying. Oh, there's a lot, and I'm going to share this. We see this. Post, it was 2 a.m. or not actually. This was apparently at 2 a.m. in France. And you see here, this was in Toulouse. I talked about this on my show earlier. I think it's terrible if it was an unjustified killing, may justice be done. But we still need to know more. And then apparently rioters now have weapons and are shooting at surveillance cameras. But what do you think? What do you guys think? Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.